Record. Hey, everybody. So it's Nicole from La Physique Health and Fitness, and bringing you Julie Nelson from Chi Health, acupuncture, DTCM. Is that
Yes,
correct?
that's correct. I am
So
Dr. Julie Nelson. I'm an acupuncturist at She Integrated Health.
cool. So, how are you? It's been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah, right. So, right, like 2 weeks ago, I was practicing, a very busy practicing acupuncturist, and I'm actually doing great. I think it's sort of taken a while for the tsunami to hit and get to acceptance and go, okay, what does it look like now? And can I still practice? How can I still serve people? How can I still be of use and use my craft to keep people going during this really difficult transition kind of time?
So it sounds like your business has gone through some change since the COVID hit us.
Yeah, for sure. So Keem closed the clinic last Monday, which was such the right thing to do. You might have been a little bit ahead of the curve on that one, but I think it protected both our patients and our practitioners. And I think that now we really do have to buckle into the socialization and get it done. Like let's isolate so we can get it on the other side of this as fast as we can at this point.
Yeah, I think hopefully a lot of people have come to that understanding that this is for the good of everybody versus trying to like I'll just keep the business going, yeah, and then like let's just
It's
nip it
tough
in the bud.
love. It's tough love right now. Tough love.
So tell me a little bit about how you have transitioned things.
Okay, so the great thing about Chinese medicine is we can still practice, right? We're just not seeing patients face to face. But a couple of things that we're able to do. So if people want to do a telemed, which is basically what we're doing right now, uh, we dial in, we talk together. I find out what's going on with you. So right now, especially, people have a lot of anxiety. Anxiety tends to lead to insomnia. It also can cause some gut issues. So if people have normally had some pretty great digestive systems and all of a sudden they find that, oh my god, I'm getting more bloating, or I'm suddenly getting diarrhea, or I'm getting constipation, that can all be linked to anxiety and stress for sure.
So
um,
maybe the fact that people have been stocking up on TP is
yeah.
I'm just kidding. Is that predictive? Like
They might need more or they might need less depending on what their constitution is like. It might be kind of a moot point. So these are things. So we take our emotions into our body, right? And so in Chinese medicine, we're always looking at the flow and the flow of qi and blood through your body. Qi is your energy. And if that qi gets blocked, anger, fear, resentment, high anxiety, right? Your body is gone into really what we call the sympathetic nervous system. It's in the flight mode. And when your body is in that flight mode, the normal processes and systems like your digestion stop because it's feeding that fuel so that you can take off and you can run away from whatever's going on. And so that's when we start to see the gut issues start to appear. That's probably the first thing. In women, they may notice that their next periods are more severe, or they've got way more PMS symptoms that they had before. Again, stress will affect your whole reproductive system as well, right? And so because what you're doing is you're feeding a fire, but nothing else that needs to happen, the repair and maintenance is not happening because we're feeding a fire right now. And so we need to shift people away from the anxiety back into a state of calm so their body can do the repair and the regular functions that it's used to doing under regular circumstances. Does that make sense?
Definitely. And I can definitely see how we're all in a heightened state of anxiety, uncertainty. I mean, this
Yeah.
is unprecedented. We've never been through something like this before.
Mhm.
Like, am I paying my rent this month? Am I getting laid off from my job? So
Totally, right. Or
addressing that.
I can't go out, I can't see my friends. So connection is so big for us. Like human beings need connection. And to suddenly say, you can't see your friends, you can't go to the beach, you can't meet for coffee, those things all regulate our central nervous system. Those things ground us and calm us. And so if we lose those things that we have unconsciously built into our lives because they make us feel good, then it throws everything else out of whack. And so you had asked me earlier and I kind of skipped over it. What I'm actually doing with patients is if they are experiencing these things, Chinese medicine has got some really great formulas. They're plant-based formulas that I would talk to you about. And if it works for you, I would send them out to you via courier or drop them off at your house. And you take them. And there's some really great formulas that basically just kind of calm things down. So if you're not already on a lorazepam or some type of a antidepressant or something that to help with some emotional mental health stuff, then these might be a really good natural alternative to kind of get you through this feeling where you're just sort of feeling that anxiousness right in the pit. We tend to hold the anxiety right here, just right below, like right where our sternum, our xiphoid process is. And so if you're pressing on that and it feels really sore right now, you're holding a lot of anxiety. That's where we tend to hold it, either in the xiphoid process area here. We tend to really hold it in our shoulders, and that can lead to headaches and migraines because you restrict the flow of blood going up the back of the occiput. And a lot of people experience migraines that will come up the back of the head and go right into the eye, the back of the eye. A lot of that is from tension and really tight muscles that go from here all the way up the back of your neck. And so acupuncture, gua sha, massage, chiropractor all do a really nice job of keeping that blood flow open. Unfortunately, people aren't getting those treatments right now, right? And so this is where people got to really be careful, because if you're prone to these and you're used to getting regular treatment, you're going to have to really start to give those treatments to yourselves. Like a cupping or a wash or like massage, get your partner, get a ball. Like you can probably speak to this better than I can, because you probably do all these things with patients now, your clients now, Nicole. So it's really important to keep blood flow moving into the brain. It's really important to exercise, to get outside. And one of the best ways, one of the most natural Prozacs, most natural calming things you can do is get outside and walk in nature. Because wood is a liver element. And so when people are in nature for about 25, 30, 40 minutes, they calm down. And the Japanese have a term called forest bathing. But when you get outside and get into nature, you're moving that chi, you're moving that blood. And we want to move that chi, because if it pools and gets stuck, that's when we start to see the health issues happening, right? That's when we start to see the gut issues. So the more you can get outside, especially if you're a person who already is prone to anxiety or depression, right? You got to move that energy, because if it sits, it gets worse and it gets stuck. It gets very cloggy and gunky in the body, and then it affects other things. So the first thing I would say to people are things like breath work, right? Like qigong type yoga things. And a lot of people are doing the online classes. Try to get into an online live class, because then you know there's people that are actually there real time with you. And a lot of the instructors, I know Lisa Dumas is doing online, like live yoga classes. So you get that sense of connection, but you also get something that's actually really happening real time, not something that was taped 4 or 5 years ago. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Those are great. But there's something that we really do need connection right now to help us ground ourselves, right? So the more you can reach out and have the Netflix parties and, get out into nature, we still need those forms of connection. That is our oxygen. And so outside, exercise, breath work, guided mind meditations, right? Our mind is such a powerful computing instrument. And so the more we can have guided meditations, and Oprah Winfrey and Deepak Chopra are doing another 28 days or 21-day yoga meditation series. Theirs are great. They're just such a great guided meditation. And then the other thing you can do is, and I know people are going to hate me for this next one, is avoid alcohol. Because if you're already an anxious person, you're drinking alcohol, it's like putting gasoline on a dry brush fire, because the energy is going to flare up, right? It's going to flare up, it's going to disturb the mind. So it's putting heat into your body, and the heat goes up, and that affects our sleep, right? And so if you've ever had a night of hard drinking, you find, oh my God, I didn't sleep well last night. The energy is going straight up and it's hot. And so what I would say is try to avoid the alcohol right now. If you are prone to those things like anxiety, depression, or you're wound up, try to limit that as much as you can. Have things instead like dandelion tea, because dandelion soothes the liver. Chamomile tea, rosehip tea, just calming non-caffeinated teas if you can, especially before bedtime. Other really great rituals are things like lavender bubble baths or Epsom salt type bubble baths, just like things that are going to ground you and calm you down. So movement, mindfulness, breath work, connecting to people through Zoom or through FaceTime, or even doing what we've done with our family is this messenger, right? So we've got this long text message running with every member of our family is now getting text messages and memes and all kinds of stuff. And so it's afforded us the opportunity to connect like we never have connected before, because we want to make sure everybody's okay right now. So if you don't have family, build a social network of coworkers or your next door neighbor or whatever, where you can just say, hey, how you doing today, right? Like, just keep connecting with people, keep connecting, reach out to them, make sure they're okay, have them reach out to you. And the stuff that you and I are doing, like other colleagues that you have a common interest with, like how can we support each other right now? Because this is really what's going to get us through, is our connections that we have with each other.
Mm-hmm. That was amazing. There's like so much great stuff in there. I think people have to watch this like 6 or 7 times to pull out those nuggets.
Are you still awake over there?
Like
so the only good thing I will say this, because as we talked about this offline, is the other thing that before I became an acupuncturist, I was a healing touch practitioner. And I do a lot of energy work on my patients. So I put the needles in and then we clear their energy, and it works really well. It takes them to calm, gets them really calm. And so I'm going to be offering remote energy healing work for people that would like to experience it and would like to try it. And what I'm going to do is, if people are interested, I will send them out tacks. And these are basically little teeny tiny tacks. I don't know if you can see how well you can see that. There's a little tiny needle in there. If I can pull it off. I should have my tweezers for this. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so there's a little, I don't know if you can see this or not. There's a little itty bitty needle in there. So you can see it?
Definitely, yep.
And so what I will have you do, I will guide you through this, but basically I'll have you put it on your skin. Doesn't hurt, really doesn't, because it's only like a 1.5 millimeter. And it's not going to draw blood because it's not going any very deep. And so what we do is we put these little needles on points that we call Buddha's triangle. And so one goes right below your ulna and right below the pisiform bone on your wrist. See that? That. And then the third one goes about 2.5 inches up between the two tendons, palmaris longus and carpi radialis. So it looks like a triangle. We call it Buddha's triangle. And then you can also put a tack right here, because this tack is called yin tong, right there between the two eyebrows. It's to stop thought. So what I'm going to do is send these tacks out to people that are interested, and I will guide them through and we'll put them on. And then I will have them lie down and I will do a 30-minute remote healing session on them and just clear their energy, get them back to calm, and just experience it. Because I think a lot of people really just need to let this go and to get to calm and to let go of the anxiety. And I find that healing touch is super effective at basically clearing energy and helping people get to calm. And so if you would like to experience that, you are more than welcome to get in touch with me, and I will look to set that up for you. And yes, I am charging for that. It's so we'll do like a 15-minute consultation where you tell me what's going on with you and how you feel and the digestive stuff. If I think you need an herbal formula, I will mail one out to you, and then we will put the tacks on and we will start the healing session. And we will basically, it's about 45 minutes from start to finish. So 15 minutes to talk to you about, hey, how are you doing? And then a half hour on the table where I'm just going to basically, I will have a table set up at my office and visualize you on my table, and then just go down. And, but you have to tell me what's going on. If there's gut issues, if there's headaches, if there's mental stuff, that kind of stuff going on. But the goal is to get you to reset and back to okay, because we are going to be okay. It's just, we just don't know how long this is going to last, really. And that's the big unknown right now. So that's it.
Wow, that's fantastic. So I'll put your information definitely with the video so people can reach out if they have questions. But that was amazing. Like so full of really great ideas, very practical ideas that I think people can embrace today. Like once they finish watching this video, right? Get out or just move. Get out if you can, connect with people, right?
And I think the more calm energy we can bring to the situation. So if you do a healing touch session and you feel calm, you're going to bring that calm to the next person you meet, right? Because we ground through each other, right? So the more we can get to a place of calm and just be the oak tree, the roots deep into the ground, and everything else is going around us, that we're not going to get swayed by the latest newscast or the next thing or what we're seeing on CNN. Like the goal right now is to really get calm and quiet and just stay centered, focused.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Ms. Nicole. Yeah, I really, really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to talk about this because I love this subject. So I'm grateful to you as well. Thank you so
Well,
much.
your passion is very clear, and so nice to see your face again.
And you.
So let's definitely stay in touch. I mean, who knows, right? This could be another couple of weeks, a
Yeah,
month. So we can always circle back, and I can check in if you've got any new tips or new ideas, things that you're seeing from people
totally.
that you're connecting with. Would love to share that.
Yeah, and if you want to do a section on allergies, because I noticed today when I was walking my dog, I'm like, oh my God, holy cow. Like, it's just that feeling like, ugh. We do got a lot of really good stuff for that as well for Chinese medicine. So if people want to hear more about that.
I think allergies would be good because you're right. I mean, if people are experiencing a symptom during this time, that could contribute to their anxiety going, do I have, like, am I ill or am I
Yeah.
just experiencing something? So I think that's great. Let's schedule for a touch in on that. But I guess I'll let you get back to work since you're a busy lady.
Great.
Um,
As well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Julie. All right, we'll talk soon.
Okay, take care.
Bye.